Campus Hustlers with Fatima Zakaria.
Gadgets, gizmos, and genius. That's all you'll find in today's episode. Our guest is a studentpreneur who is revolutionizing the way we use gadgets. Hi, welcome to yet another interesting episode of Campus Hustlers, your weekly dose of entrepreneurial spirit unfiltered. I'm your host, Fatima Zakaria. I'm an entrepreneur, corporate event anchor, a voiceover artist, and of course, I am a podcaster. Joining me on today's episode is Tijani Oluwaseun of Teejay's Gadjet. He is a 400 level student of mass communication from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. He is a thriving entrepreneur in the gadget and phone industry. Driven by a passion for both technology and communication, he has successfully merged his academic pursuit with his entrepreneurial aspirations. With a keen eye for both media strategies and cutting-edge gadgets, he is a dynamic student entrepreneur shaping the future of both industries. Hi, Oluwaseun.
Hi, Fatima.
How are you today?
I'm good.
So let's start this way. I'm fine. So let's start
Good.
this way. What sparked your interest in starting a business while in school, and why gadget?
Actually, I feel like me coming to Ahmadu Bello University as an undergraduate, to be honest with you, I don't have any idea of going into business,
Okay.
so to say. But I think I was in 200 level when I began to see that, okay, there are some things that it's of utmost priority to people, and I feel like there's that gap.
Okay.
So I feel like if I can connect this together, the gap here is as regarding the supplier. I feel like people will need to go to PZ before they can
Yeah.
get some gadgets and all.
Yeah.
And all. Although I do have, like, I do love, because you have to have interest in whatever
Yes.
niche you're
Yeah.
picking
Yeah.
before you can actually sell or
Yeah.
make up any service or do well in it,
Yeah.
actually. So that interest made me go into gadgets, and yeah, here we are today. We're
Okay.
getting there, actually, but yeah, I'm not smart anymore.
I like that. So what
Yeah,
were
thank
the
you.
biggest challenges you faced when starting your business as a student?
Okay. See, as a student, right, when starting my business, okay, one of it is, to be honest with you, the branding itself. Because as a
Okay.
mass communication student, I understand that every aspect of buying and selling
Mm,
has to do with the projection that you give to what you're selling.
okay.
So I feel like branding would do a lot in making sure that I get my products sold and all. So the first thing I did was to craft a unique name as well as a logo.
Yeah.
Although at first I did my logo myself. I
Okay.
tried as much as possible to put it some place, but I showed some
Yeah.
graphics and I'm like, is this okay? Is this okay? Because I want it perfect. As a mass communication student, you know how graphics
Yeah.
communication
Does that mean you do
would
graphics?
enhance. Yes, I do,
Okay.
actually.
Okay. Go
So
ahead.
that would enhance your visibility, and it
Yeah.
will help the branding. So
Yeah.
one of the challenge I faced, to be very honest with you, one is that after my branding, I faced the challenge of, let me say, customers, like getting customers that can
Yeah.
get to pay for my gadgets without
Yeah.
seeing me.
Yeah. I
Do you
get that.
get?
I get that.
Because at times you'd be like, okay, you want to sell me a laptop of, let's say,
Yeah.
550k. For instance, I have this customer in Jigawa. He
Okay.
has never seen me before in his life. Do you get?
Yeah.
And do you know one thing with business is people won't get to patronize people you know, but
Yes.
they're not your customers. So
Yeah.
that's one thing you should do in
I
business.
believe that.
So
I believe
definitely
that.
you need to, your branding, your visibility,
Yeah.
then referrals too. That's what will
Okay.
help you get people getting to patronize. So the challenge is getting people to trust me to
Yeah.
patronize me. I mean, people who do not see me on a daily
Yeah.
basis.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did overcome it by a couple of referral. It was like, okay, can you help me repost this link? Can you do
Yeah.
this? And one thing is, you
Yeah.
need to deliver unique products
Okay.
at an affordable price too. You know, it's a
Okay.
student area. So at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I did that, and I was able to overcome the challenge through referral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you have overcome this challenge, how can you describe your target audience and how were you able to like identify them?
Okay, my target audience, I feel like they are everyday youths or teenagers, from
Okay,
anything from 16 upward.
interesting.
Because gadgets now, even people of 12 years old, like children of 12, 13, 14. My
Yeah.
sisters at home, they all have gadgets, they all have phones.
Yeah.
Do you get that? They do
Yeah, I
use
get.
to just play and all.
Yeah.
I would ever have a customer that actually bought for a kid that was this kid's tablet.
Yeah.
Do you get? I sold it
Yeah.
to her. So there is no like limit to my target audience.
Okay.
I sell from baby to
So
adulthood.
so it has to do with
Because
gadgets,
yes, because
everything
I have,
gadgets.
yeah, I
Yes.
do from
Yeah.
phones,
Yeah.
laptops, headsets,
Yeah.
AirPods, smartwatches, yeah,
Microphone,
yeah, yeah,
everything.
whatever
Yeah. Yeah.
accessories, yeah.
Yeah, I get. Okay, so
So
Oluwaseun, how do you stay updated on the latest gadget trends?
okay, as a mass communication student, it's kind of easy because
Okay.
normally you have to have news for news, as one of our lecturer I would say.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
having news for news, I do have a couple of people that I do
Okay.
personally follow,
Okay.
and when they drop updates, I see them. Okay, Apple, for instance, I follow them. I follow Samsung, TikTok, wherever. Do you
Yeah.
get? So when they drop any new updates about their
Mm,
products, okay, we need to
yeah.
update from iOS 16 to 17, blah blah blah. Then I go to YouTube as well.
Okay.
Everybody's an island of knowledge, so you need to learn
Yeah.
on how to fix some of it because you can get a gadget today, and at the end of the day, you just be like, I was wrong. I got gadgets from you yesterday. It's doing
Mm,
this way today. And at
yeah.
times it's just petty
Little, yeah.
stuff that you can just fix. But if you have no idea or no knowledge of that, you would be
Yeah.
like, you'll be so wasted.
I get that. So how do you balance academics and entrepreneurship? I can tell that it's not
Mm,
easy, but how
mm.
do you manage to balance it?
Okay. At first, when I first started, I wasn't getting a lot of orders, so it was still very much easy for me.
Okay.
But it got to a point, like let me give you an instance. I think last 2 weeks we were supposed to have one lecturer, Dr. Ashim,
Okay.
right? And I was supposed to have him by 4. I was in the shop around since I think 12.
Okay.
Because if you want to get a phone, it's an iPhone, and you have to transfer file from one iPhone to another. So it takes
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And if you have a lot of what's it called properties on a particular phone you want to
Yeah.
swap to the
The
other,
previous one.
yeah, so it
Yeah.
will definitely take time.
Yeah.
So it was 4 already, and I was like, I need to attend this maths class. At the end of the day, I was unable to make it because I can't leave customer. I was in the middle. Sha. I was like, okay, what will happen?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they canceled the class. So yeah, and for real, I've missed class because I needed to fix customer. I needed to get
Yeah.
to sell stuff, and so it's not
Yeah.
really easy. But balancing it now comes in the place of you at night trying as much as possible to catch up with whatever it is you miss and whatever it is that has been taught in class. That's
Okay.
where me personally I sit to reflect on what we've done today or I've done over the. At times I don't have time that today. Let me not lie.
Yeah.
But over the week, I'll just look at it. Okay, I'll just brush it. I'll brush it, and yeah,
Yeah.
here we are. We can't make that first class because no, I don't,
Math.
I don't come on my bed for that. I don't come
Okay.
for that first class upper. Sure, we are, and this is the final semester. So yeah, I feel like we're doing good.
Okay, all the best. All
Yeah,
the
thank you,
best.
thank you,
Okay,
Fatima.
what social media platform have been most effective for you in reaching your target audience?
To be very honest with you, it's WhatsApp.
Wow.
For real, it's WhatsApp. I know WhatsApp should be like it should be maybe like the third if I'm to list my options
Yeah.
because I have to know people to get people. I do use IG too, but my followers ain't that much. I have more people on WhatsApp than IG. Like
Yeah.
people will buy from me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did referral, all those kind of stuff, and yeah, they
Yeah.
do bring people. But I'm working towards making sure that my IG has much follower and visibility. Yeah,
and all
yeah,
of
that
that.
consistent. And I feel like I used to tell because I do mentor like a couple of people too in
Okay.
the same business. Because someone
Okay.
came to me, I want to sell gadgets, I was like, okay. But one thing is, there's a difference between contacts and numbers. That's
Okay.
what I told you.
Yeah, I
I was
learned
like,
that.
that's like you need to get
Yeah.
contacts. You need to get people who can actually like trust you, and
Okay.
then for who you are, they can get to roll with you. And I have some customers that personally they will tell me, "Are you busy or are you in class? When you are done, call me." Like customers are intentional about you. Do you get? So
Yeah.
numbers,
I
forget
get.
numbers. You need contacts. Like you need people.
Yeah.
So what works here?
People.
Exactly. What works in this part of gadget selling
Yeah.
is networking.
Yeah.
Without networking, forget it. Gadget isn't easy to sell. Who is ready to drop for that? Which student has 1 million to buy iPhone? like let's just put it like, okay, over, like, let's say 100% of my classmates, at
Yeah.
least you can't even find 30% of them having maybe 14 Pro Max or so.
I
Do you
get
get?
that.
So
Yes, I
you need
get that.
networking, you need contacts, for real, for
I
real.
get that.
Yeah.
So,
hmm
are you currently facing any challenges in your business?
Yeah, sure. I do face some challenges, and that will be particularly funds.
Okay.
Yeah, aside funds, no, I don't think so. There are some couple of things I would have done. I didn't mean I have access to like enough funds, such
Okay.
as importing some
Okay.
particular gadgets that I
Gadgets.
haven't done before myself.
I
And
get
yeah, all
that.
those kind of, instead of getting from suppliers, this,
Yeah.
that, this. Although they're all good and I get directly from a supplier who ships directly, but I want to try it myself.
I get that. So, any success story so far?
Uh
Your biggest achievement that you feel like,
Okay,
oh,
okay,
yeah,
okay. My biggest achievement
yeah.
would be not just the sales now, not just the
Okay.
sales. It would, because I do like recognition, like award and all. It should
Yeah.
be Ray Awards, for real, for real.
Okay.
I was just in my room the other day, and my classmate, he just called me and was like, "Hello." I was like, "What's up?" He was like, "Check your WhatsApp." And before you know it, he sent me just a screenshot of me being nominated by ABO Kings and Queens TV
Wow.
as Gadget's vendor of the year.
Wow.
I was like, like when, from where to where?
Yeah,
So
I
like,
get.
yeah, I just, for the gift of people, nah, because people would nominate you. That would make you
Yeah.
that will give you that access to being nominated. So
Yeah.
I just really, really use this medium also to appreciate everyone out there supporting
Yeah.
TJ's Gadgets. And
I
yeah,
get.
that's one major thing I'll go for. Also in my class, FYB Week Award, I've been nominated, enterprising students, like different nominations. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
damn, I think we're getting there.
Interesting.
Then another
Interesting.
recognition from couple of lecturers. I'll be
Wow.
like, even my lecturers have be like
Yeah.
so yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
So, like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Let me not lie.
TJ's Gadget,
Let me not
yourself,
lie.
every. Where do you
Let me
see
not lie.
yourself?
Let me not lie. One of my daily affirmation is like, I want to see TJ's Gadget cut across geographical boundaries. Like,
Okay.
I want to see myself everywhere,
Everywhere.
everywhere,
So, are you
all
telling
over
me
the
you
globe.
don't want
With
to
time,
venture into any field in mass communication? You don't want to use this degree? Is that what you're telling me?
to be very honest with you, if yeah, I would, but maybe not necessarily sit in an office from
Okay.
this time to this time.
Yeah.
Do you get maybe something, maybe an online kind of work?
Okay.
Do you get?
But you're still going
Although
to
it's not like,
incorporate
yes, exactly.
your mass communication knowledge into your business.
Sure,
I get that.
sure. Maybe
I get that.
writing or just broadcast or something
Yeah.
similar. Although I would love to work, like I would love to practice. I would love
Yeah.
to practice, but at the same time, my business, I would love it to be out there.
To boom.
I would love it to be
Yeah.
out there. I
So
can now do both. Sure.
okay, in mass communication, where exactly do you want to see yourself as a broadcaster, in print
Definitely,
media, or where?
definitely. You say it, or broadcast for sure.
Wow. Okay.
Broadcast.
Okay. So what
Yeah.
lessons have you learned so far?
Okay. Okay. Let me think about this. Let me reflect.
Business wise, what lessons have you learned so far?
Okay. One of the biggest lesson I learned is the fact that whatever you are selling,
Okay.
make sure that there is full understanding between you and your customers.
Okay.
Trigger
Yeah.
before you deliver any products to
Okay.
them, and make sure that you confirm everything they've ordered from you. Like make sure you confirm, even up to the point of sending it to the dispatch rider.
Yeah.
Getting to the dispatch rider, can you do a live video? Can you, like, customers can be very, you'll be like, this is what, sir, can you check out? So you need to have, that's why I prefer doing what's it called, screenshots, like chats, rather
Okay.
than voice notes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they'll just change it. I'll be like, this is what you ordered.
Then,
This is
yes,
what you ordered.
but if it's
So I'll,
written down,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Then the receipt too, it matters, for real, for real.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
So
it
you
does
give your
matter.
customers receipts.
Yeah, I do. I do have online too, or like
Okay.
an e-receipts
Yes, I
that I
get
do
it.
issue out.
Yeah.
And then yeah,
That's
then
interesting.
yeah, then another biggest lesson I would love to put out there is the fact that you can hear refund anytime. So the best thing is, after selling a product, what I
Yeah.
do is I wait for like 3 days to
Okay.
a week
Before
before
you.
I even touch my profits or even the money at all. I am very confident of the product I sold to you, but you know gadgets. You can
Yeah.
get gadgets such as you would order like normally,
Yeah.
and like it is sealed, nothing has happened to it, and you
I
open
get.
it is blank or factory issues,
I can
and
relate to
nobody
this.
would want to tell you that refund. That's what they'll tell you.
Yeah.
So these are one of the challenges we do face. Like for real, I have some product at home that from the factory guy, like they do not work.
Wow.
And they get delivered there. I was like, okay, it's part of it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
part of.
So, do you have any tip you love to share with somebody who is also in this industry? Like a tip, a business tip that you feel can help that person?
Okay, if there is any business tip I would drop for anyone in the
The
phone and
gadget.
gadgets
Yeah.
field
Yeah.
or industry, it would
Okay.
be seek knowledge. For real,
Okay.
seek knowledge, seek knowledge, seek
Yeah.
knowledge. Couple of things people would come to you to fix. Mm? Aside from selling gadgets, you need to be aware of how to fix stuffs. You need to be aware of the latest gadgets. At times,
Okay.
someone will just come to your DM.
Yeah.
I just be like, do you have this? Do you have that? At
Yeah.
times, something you've not ate
Uh,
before in your life.
Yeah.
You'll be like, I don't understand. And I'm in this field and I'm
Yes.
selling this.
Yeah.
So that knowledge will help you. Like it will widen your horizon and it will
Yeah.
make your customer comfortable around you. Imagine you want to get something now.
Yeah.
I'll just sit you down and tell you, okay, you want to get a wireless microphone K9.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the latest version. You should go
Yeah.
for this. This is why they updated this from this. These are the
Yeah.
features.
Yeah.
These are the advantages if you get. These are the disadvantages. That one alone will let your customer know that no, this guy is sabi. Let's buy from him. Do you
Okay.
get? So
Yeah.
people
I
love
get that.
people who know much. That's why they are coming to you to buy. So
Yeah.
aside from selling products to them,
Have
also
to be.
give them info about what they are buying, like info
Okay.
because they
Yes.
want to know as well, and it will
Yeah.
help them. So as mass
Yeah.
communication, I think I'm to some extent doing justice to that. And yeah, my customers, I have
Interesting.
people staying glued to my
Yeah,
status,
I
yeah,
get that.
IG,
I
yeah,
get that. So,
yeah.
listeners, in case you are in the gadget or the phone industry, this is a very crucial tip you just have to adhere to.
Yeah.
Okay, quickly before we go into the second segment of the podcast, where can listeners find you? Teejay's Gadget, where can they find you?
Okay, I don't know if it's you can actually on IG. It's
Okay.
TJ's Gadgets.
Yeah.
TJ's Gadgets in TEE
Yeah.
JAS
I will
then
definitely drop that in the
underscore.
description
Okay,
box.
gadgets. The
Yeah.
gadgets is J actually
Okay.
customized.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, on WhatsApp.
I'll still drop that.
Okay,
So
okay,
like
yeah,
now you
yeah.
are just on IG
And
and
WhatsApp mainly.
on WhatsApp mainly.
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
get that.
actually,
I get that.
IG and WhatsApp.
So listeners, we are going to the second segment of the podcast. So we are not done yet. We are going to be looking into the topic finding your niche. Are you a jack of all trades or master of one? In this segment, we are going to be exploring how to find your perfect niche. Oluwaseun, I hear people say that passion is very, very important when it comes to finding your niche. Do you believe this?
Yeah, I do believe. But first, let me just give this definition of niche,
Okay.
business niche itself that I
Yeah.
have in my head. So
Yeah.
business niche can be a market segment where
Okay.
certain products or services are in demand.
Okay.
So now these niche markets can actually be limited to some geographical boundaries
Okay.
or culture or
Yeah.
occasion or activity.
Yeah.
And I feel like whatever niche you're choosing, you have to choose one that you can function comfortably in, especially
Okay.
under specific conditions. Do you get?
I get.
For instance, specific conditions can be me being a student and maybe
Okay.
there's a deadline for exam or test next tomorrow or next week, and
Okay.
you're finding yourself in a niche that you don't even have exactly the passion that you mentioned. You don't
Yeah.
even have passion for selling gadgets. You are just there because of money. Do you get?
Mm.
At the end of the day, you won't. You might even lose guard. Like mix there might not be balance with your academics as well, but if you
Yeah.
have passion for it,
Yeah.
and sure you did have passion for your course that you study like mass comm, yeah, I do.
Mm.
So you would find joy in both. Like
Okay.
at times I'll be coming home after missing a class, but
Yeah.
I'll still be having this joy, like
Yeah. Because you're doing what you
yeah,
love.
exactly,
Yeah, I
exactly. So
get
I feel
that.
like you should passion will work better for you, and you would better broadcast or advertise whatever it is you have passion
Yeah.
for. Have you ever seen a child who likes, let's say a particular cartoon
Yeah.
or animation?
Yeah.
Whatever they are saying in the parlor, once that child picks up that animation or a particular character in that
Yeah.
cartoon bar,
Yeah.
he or she can talk about it for like 2 hours straight without getting tired.
I get that.
So you just be like animation. But if it comes to maybe let's say like what's all other movie now, maybe let's say war movies or
Yeah.
something
They
like
can't
that,
relate.
they might not be able to relate. So
Yes, I get that.
same works for niche.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what made you to decide to focus on this particular gadget niche?
I think I did identify my interests.
Okay.
Yeah, because you need to identify like what are you interested in. Do you get?
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that I actually like gadgets. I actually like gadgets,
Okay, I get.
and then the problems that you can solve. That's another thing in finding a niche. So problem that I can solve, I feel like in the I told you earlier, like
Yeah.
in the department, right? Even in the old faculty, there is this gap. If you want to get something, but you either go to even social center, they don't have
Mm.
most of these things. None of them
Yeah.
sells phone also. So
Yeah.
I feel like okay, I can be the wider bridge to these people and to these people,
Yeah.
connect, and yeah, sell what I love.
Yeah.
I love
I get.
actually,
I
and
get.
yeah, do it.
I
So
get.
I did identify that problem, and yeah, I did solve it. Now my classmates don't have to go to places before they
Like,
can
yes.
get.
So, have you ever been a jack of all trade that like you even find it difficult to discover your niche? Like, what
Mm.
were the biggest challenges you faced when trying to find your niche?
Okay, to be very honest, no, I haven't.
Okay.
But the difficulty here is I don't like gadgets alone. I also love fashion, like wears.
Okay.
Like I love
I can
wears.
tell. I
So
can
yeah,
tell.
I
Yeah.
love wears. So one thing is, I was like, the only time point of my life was I was like, I will make even they sell wears like sneakers,
Yeah.
jeans, all those kind of stuff.
Yes.
I was like, what should I do? Or vintage? Nah, let me just stick to this gadget. Then one
Okay.
thing everybody needs to know is that you need to stick to one thing. People need to know you
For
for
one
just one thing.
thing.
It's not like today
Yeah.
you post gadgets, tomorrow you are
Tomorrow
posting sneakers,
sneakers.
next tomorrow you are
Yeah.
posting what is it?
Maybe
Maybe
art.
Zobo. Do you get? I have people that do it too. You just hear
Really?
any. Let me not shock you. I don't have to bust your bro. Let me just post it.
Awesome.
Anybody that you see having something collection, collect it. You see under that collection, bah, you can see bags. You would see suya. Not where you know go see they know go dey sell.
Oh
I
my
will come be like that.
goodness.
I understand the fact that you
Yeah.
want to make money and you should
Yeah.
come to your store and make sure that they meet everything.
Yeah.
But
I get that.
even one part, which is the bag that you're selling, but you never get knowledge of okay, who they manufacture Louis Fendi or who is doing this,
Yes.
you don't. You're just
Yeah.
selling for selling
I
sake.
get
So I feel like you
that.
need to stick to one thing. People need to know you for one thing. I feel like okay, if you get to TJ, if it is
Yeah.
gadget,
Yes,
that's what it's
definitely.
for.
TJ's
So
gadget
yeah,
has
that's how
it.
it works for you.
I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Now, based on what you said,
Mm-hmm.
so let's round up with this piece of advice.
Okay.
So, what advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs who are still struggling to find or identify their niche?
Exactly.
What advice would you give them?
Just as I've said earlier, you need to identify your interest first.
Okay.
Then after identify your interest alone won't work without you identifying a problem to
Okay.
solve, right? Aside
Yeah.
from the fact that you're selling gadgets, you need to look at, for instance, if I'm to sell these gadgets, no, I'm not just saying this for just the podcast sake. If I'm to sell this same gadget that I started here, if I'm to
Yeah.
sell it around me in Lagos, it might
Yeah.
not really boom like this.
Okay.
You
Why
know
do you
why?
say that?
I have my house like this, bar. Before you move like in Ikotun, because I'm from Lagos, right?
Okay.
Before you move like let's say like a street 232 plaza phones, gadget store phones, gadget.
Wow.
So like it's very but yeah, I feel like it's really kind of difficult for you to just get phones and
Yeah.
gadgets easily. Yeah.
So
No, you
your
need to like
location matters
yes,
even
yes,
after
yes.
you find out that okay, this is
Exactly.
my niche. Check.
Exactly.
Can I actually
Exactly.
do this in this environment?
Will it
I
work?
get
Do you get?
yes.
So that was one of the things who boost, that
I
did
get
boost my
that.
morale. Aside the fact that I identify my interest, I feel like there's a problem, which is the geographical boundary. I feel like there's a
Yeah.
gap. I feel like if I come in, I would say to it, people will need to go far to get this. They will need to go far to get this. And since I can come in to say to it, I feel like most people that would want to come into this niche or any
Yeah.
other niche, right,
Yeah.
should try as much as to identify their interest. They should try to solve a problem, like
Yeah.
look for place where they will fit in. And
Yeah.
aside, then if you fit in, for instance, as I am here in ABU, it's much easier for me now to sell anywhere because I have
Yeah.
enough audience here, so I
Yeah.
can take it to
Even
anywhere.
if you're
And
in Lagos,
do you
people
get?
here can still
Yes,
order.
sure,
I
sure,
get
they
that.
do because I
I
will
get
be all
that.
over Nigeria.
Yeah.
Do you get? So
I get
it's
that.
much easier. Then they should try as much as possible to get that feedback. If possible, a survey even before they go into the business. That okay, if I'm to sell gadgets for you this way, sell this at this price instead of you to go to this place.
Are you going
Will
to
you get? Will
buy?
you buy?
Yeah.
Don't even make it put like as if it is you. You can just
Mm.
refer it to
Don't
it. Yeah,
assume
it
like
will
it's
help.
going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I get
Yeah,
that. I
just
get that.
fix it. Yeah.
It has been an amazing time with you,
Yeah,
Oluwaseun.
thank you,
Thank you
Fatima.
so much for
Thank
coming
you
on
for
my
having me.
podcast.
Thank you for having me. I really
You're
do
welcome.
appreciate.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, hustlers, that's all we have for today's episode. I hope this episode ignites your entrepreneurial fire. Rate and review this podcast using the hashtag Campus Hustlers on all social media platforms.
Oh.
If you are yet to subscribe, hit the subscribe button now.
Please do.
Until next week, stay hungry, stay focused, and keep hustling. I wish you all the best in finding your niche. Bye bye.
Bye.
Campus Hustlers with Fatima Zakaria.